So let's see how the folder process works. If you're a student in primary school, you'll always need an extra person for the practice session. This is usually your mum or dad, but I'll refer to them as your tutor. Your teacher will not let you know how many practice sessions to do in a week. Remember, these practice sessions need to be spaced out. If you do all of the sessions on the same day, you won't learn as much. Your teacher puts your learning content in the store pocket and decides how many active flashcards you'll learn at any one time. The green pockets contain this active learning material. I'm going to step you through how to use the folder from your very first practice session. The first time you use the folder, you'll only have active flashcards in the hive. Step 1 is for your tutor to test you on those active flashcards. This happens first so that you have to remember the learning from your previous session. It may be a little difficult, but as you know, it's the struggle to remember that helps move learning into your long-term memory. This student could tell his tutor that the answer to 6 times 7 is 42, so he moves that flashcard to the next pocket. He can't remember the correct math strategy for this one, so he places that flashcard to the side. Here's the rule. Flashcards that need more practice are placed aside, and those that are remembered move to the next pocket, just like this. Remembered, remembered, forgotten, forgotten. After retrieval practice, the flashcards needing more practice time are returned to the hive. Next, your tutor will ask you some questions about the active flashcards, like how did you remember that word? Or can you explain this math strategy to me? If you didn't remember an answer, they'll ask you for ideas on how you might remember it next time. This is called elaboration, and it's another way that our memory pathways are reinforced. So that's the end of the first session. Each session should be pretty quick and definitely no longer than 10 minutes. Let's move on to the next time you practice, which may be 1 or 2 days later. Now there are 2 pockets containing active flashcards. Always start testing from the most advanced flashcards, then each flashcard will always have an empty pocket to move into. This flashcard is remembered, forgotten, remembered, 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 forgotten. The flashcards that were not remembered are returned to the hive. This gives them more practice time. Your tutor will check that you understand all the active flashcards, and if you don't, ask for help. Let's keep moving through your practice days. This is the 3rd session. Remembered, forgotten, remembered, 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 and remembered. And back to the hive goes the flashcard that was forgotten. Then, of course, you'll spend a few minutes talking with your tutor about the active content. We're up to the 4th session now. This may have been after a longer gap, like after the weekend. Longer gaps just make the remembering a little trickier, which is great for moving that learning into your long-term memory. Retrieval practice always starts with the most advanced flashcards. Remembered, remembered, forgotten, remembered, forgotten, remembered. All the active pockets now contain flashcards, so retrieval practice starts from the last daisy pocket. Now, something different happens if you correctly remember a flashcard in the last active pocket, as it's going to be moving into an inactive blue pocket. Watch what happens. This flashcard is remembered, and so it moves into the inactive pocket. But when it does, you can take out a new flashcard from the store pocket. Just put it aside for the moment until you've finished retrieval testing the rest of the flashcards. Forgotten, remembered, remembered, forgotten, remembered. Now the new flashcard, plus the flashcards needing more practice time, are returned to the hive. It's important to only practice the flashcards in the green pockets. The flashcards in the test pocket are resting until your teacher or education assistant conducts the mastery test. You may know your mastery test day or you may not. If your retrieval practice happens at home, it would be a good idea to store your mastery learning folder in your school bag so that it's always available on mastery test day. Good luck, you're going to learn so much. And don't forget to think. Think hard and just do it.